Hey guys, just a small update. I will be going live today, Thursday the 16th at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is kind of early that I'm going live. However, I will be live streaming on both channels, my main channel and my second channel. Also, I want to let you guys know I did get all of your DMs in regards to Danny and Queen Opp having physical altercations, which you already knew that was going to happen. um, I also did become aware of, I guess Queen Opp was getting into a beef or whatever, retaliation, and showed the empty what is it, teleport bottles that were piling up in the house. And I have some stuff that I want to share with you guys at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the live. It's a really sad situation that if Queen Op is not ready to be a mother, the way she's going about doing it is definitely going to get her in a world of trouble. And Danny is going to help her get into the situation that she's currently going to be in when it hits the fan. But I wanted to do part one of something I was supposed to do a week ago. I know a lot of people are not aware of the clapback videos that Michelle's cousin has been doing. Queen Op pretty much has been getting it from all angles, from people that are basically tired of Queen Op and tired of her antics, and people are just coming for her at one time. On top of the fact that she has court, she doesn't know if she's gonna face any time. People are really coming at her. Like I said, what goes around in the universe always comes back to an awful person.
What's good, y'all? I hope everyone is doing well. Listen, I wear many hats, and today I have on my content creator hat. Okay, I have on my content creator hat. But before I get into this archetypal ancient energy, I was observing everyone's theories and presumptions on why Op and Danny's court date has gotten pushed back. And I know a lot of people are disappointed, because the true 1% Shell supporters, they really do want to see justice. They really do want to get justice for Shell. They want to see Shell vindicated. Other people, they having a love-hate relationship. And yeah, what I mean, they wanted to be a little bit uncomfortable because she made them mad or whatever. But the true 1% Shell supporters, they really do want to get justice for Shell. So I know that you all are disappointed with the court date being pushed back. My firsthand experience with the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania's criminal court system and how they operate. It could be a number of different reasons why. A lot of y'all are saying that the prosecution is reviewing all of the videos so that they can build a solid case. That could be true. I hope so. I hope that's what they're doing. I really do. But again, just speaking from my firsthand experience dealing with them, it could also be the defense filing motions to buy more time so that they can get the best deal for these clowns, Op and Danny. So yeah, it could be either or. It could be either or. You know,
What the cousin is saying is true. It could go either way. However, which way it goes, Queen Op is not making it easier on her at this current time, because they're not only looking at the evidence from the past, which got her arrested and indicted, but they're also looking at what she's doing in the present time and how she's moving. It also gives prosecutors, DA, jury, whatever, how it's going to go if she takes it to trial, a sense of what kind of a person she is, um, and to also then be able to understand how she could commit these crimes against Michelle like that. With seeing, and I've been gone for about a week, over a week. She's getting worse. Obviously, the bag is growing, so she's on social media more to get the bag, not really looking at it like what she's doing is also incriminating her as well. And it's going to be used against her in a court of law. Mich- Michelle, what she did to Michelle is not going to be overlooked. And usually people fall back, they disappear, they say nothing, and she's still out here running the muckery. So we don't know how this is going to end up, but it's still to me not looking good for Queen Opp.
We'll see how it turns out. Again, I don't think she's going to do any time. I think at best they'll give her probation. Now, Danny, on the other hand, the police were called. She's on camera. She's on camera assaulting her. So I don't know. Again, I hope they're reviewing the videos. I honestly do. I really do. But as far as me and how I'm dealing with, I'm gonna let everybody else do the little roasting sessions and cracking jokes on it. I'm gonna let everybody else do that. I mean, the type of time I'm on when it comes to I'm way past roasting her having BV, and she roasts herself on having BV. She's already embraced how trifling she is. She's embraced being disease infested. She's embraced having a bunch of kids that she can't take care of. I'm way past the roasting sessions. I'm gonna let everybody else do that, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I know what I'm doing here. Okay. So yeah, again, I know y'all are disappointed, but at the end of the day, I'm here. I'm here now. So we just have to wait it out and see. The Commonwealth of Pennsylvania is very overwhelmed with cases. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If somebody's not like really on their deathbed, you can forget it as far as CPS and somebody getting a lot of time. This right here, they see this all day, every day. Again, I do hope that they're reviewing the videos, but don't get your hopes up high. That's all I'm saying. So anyway, we're gonna break down the obster.
Well, I do agree with the cousin when she said that that state is overwhelmed. A lot of states are overwhelmed. And I think this is the reason why Queen Opp is comfortable with going live and kind of sort of in my own way. I feel like she's playing in Michelle's face from a distance, like you're not gonna stop no show. And also trying to make Danny her new protege, where she can't treat her as bad as she did Michelle, but she's gonna clown Danny like she did Michelle to get a bag. And that's ultimately all that matters. Just like that engagement ring that she had bought her that she said cost 10,000. Danny's not smart enough to go down to the jeweler's building and get it appraised or to even see if it's real. So Queen Op could tell her anything like she does her supporters, just to get the attention so she can get the bag and get the clout. But, I'm hoping that justice is served, for Michelle. But, like Michelle's cousin just said, we just never know.
Archetype. And once again, shout out to the 1%, Smoking on Queen app, and True Shell supporters for requesting this video, which also served as a reminder. Because remember in the interview, I mentioned how I wanted to discuss with you all the Queen Opp energy. an ancient force that has been in existence throughout human history. Okay? And we know that an archetype or archetypal energy is a universal pattern of behavior that has its own set of traits. And the people that embody the Queen Opp energy can be referred to as obsters. Why am I doing this video? To caution and draw attention to people who embody this foul, grimy spirit, because best believe it's as foul as they come. It's a very foul, grimy spirit. Hold up. Another reason I'm doing this video, to help you identify certain traits and characteristics and behaviors, both obvious and subtle, seen and unseen, so that you can unmask the people who embody the spirit and see them more clearly. That's very important. Having the ability and the skill, that's a skill. Unmasking people, that's one of the most important soft skills that you can ever gain in this realm in life. Because we all wear masks, right?
Now, people would look at what Michelle's cousin is saying is boring, not knowing that there's a life lesson that's coming out of what's coming out of her mouth. And only people that are true adults, you can be 50 years old and haven't grown up in the mind. So when you hear a conversation like this, it's boring to you. You know, it's not that ghetto trash that you're trying to keep up with at 50 years old looking straight like a fool because it doesn't fit the bill at this time in your life that you should even be listening to street trash and street lingo, but listen to life and life's lessons so you can, like she said, unmask demons, unmask people that are not good for you, so you know to stay away from them, so you don't get in these situations like Michelle did, or you don't follow people on social media like Queen Opp and be their supporters and give your money to these people and they're demons. They don't wish well on you. They don't wish well on themselves. Half the time, these people don't even love their self, let alone you. So, what she's saying is real, and I hope a lot of people gravitate to it. They feel what she's saying and they listen to the message. Because if a lot of people did know the real Queen Opp, she would not exist.
You're not the same person at work among your coworkers and management than with your girlfriends when y'all go out. You're not the same person. So we all wear masks, right? That's just what it is. It's human nature. But again, one of the reasons why I'm doing this is so that you can unmask the people who embody this foul, grimy spirit and see them more clearly, because they're all around. Again, man, they're like roaches. They don't die, they multiply. For real. Another reason I'm doing this video, so that you can observe more cautiously and consciously who and what is around you, so that you make wiser choices in the people that you choose to have around, not only you, but your loved ones. There's a lot of people out here, they have these type of people that carry this ancient archetypal foul, grimy energy. They have them around their children. They have them around their children. This is why when you log in to the internet, countless tragic stories of children who have been unalived and sexually violated by the mother's boyfriend. I mean, or whatever. Somebody foul that she had around, that she trusted, but that she also had around her child or her children. So this is one of the reasons why I'm doing this video. And also, just in general, to help you lead a more discerning and insightful life. Once you learn the art of discernment, of course, it takes more than that. But I'm telling you, discernment is everything. But you have to trust your discernment. A lot of people, especially women, right? Because we tend to operate from our heart chakra. So it is my belief that as women in this realm, that we are more connected to source. I'm not saying that men aren't, but because we're women and because we think differently than men and operate differently, it is my belief that we operate more from the heart chakra. This is why people associate the feminine with nurturing, right? So this is why I'm doing this video, because me understanding how women operate, operating from the heart chakra, which is a good thing, but you need discernment. So I'm doing this to help you lead a more discerning and insightful life. This breakdown is based on my firsthand experiences encountering these people and observing other people's experiences. Okay? You can't get all of life's questions and answers from a book. And although I'm an avid reader, everybody that knows me personally knows I am an avid reader. I love to read. I love it. Oh my God, ever since I...
So what Michelle's cousin is trying to say is you can't get all your answers from a book. You have to live it. And sometimes we have to live it, and what we have to live is not what we really wanted to live, because it's a messed up situation that you're in, living and to learn it. But that's just life's lessons. And Michelle was not raised or taught to live any of these life lessons. That's why she ended up meeting Queen Opp, stayed with her for 15 years, and allowed her to treat her in that manner, because of the fact that her parents ignored the mental disabilities she had and tried to treat her normal, which is okay, but never gave her help for it. And it got worse. And she started making these decisions in relationships. And then she got in relationships like she did Queen Opp. She didn't identify that it wasn't healthy. To us, we knew it wasn't healthy. It didn't look healthy, and I'm quite sure it didn't feel healthy to Michelle. But because she was so in love with the person that was treating her badly, she never let go. She never let go until the police kicked the door down. And like the cousin said, you have to learn discernment. You have to know how to unreveal these masks that people wear, and they wear it, the goal being something in return for them and nothing in return to you at the end of the day. Queen Opp didn't really wear masks, if you ask me. She let Michelle know how she was because she knew Michelle was accepting of it. But so is Queen Opp's supporters.
I was a child, 3 years old. My grandmother taught me how to read at 3. It was a wrap from there. I love to read. I love it. And I always get something out of what I'm reading. I take, even if it's a fiction book, even though I stopped reading fiction in high school, all the urban fiction novels. I mean, after that, I started reading nonfiction, self-help, just nonfiction books. And I make sure that what I get from the book, I actually apply it in life. I experiment with the information. Even though I'm an avid reader, my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of human beings comes from firsthand experience as well as observing other people's experiences, right? So we know that op is short for opponent or opposition as well as oppressor. So as we get into the behavior patterns and traits of this archetypal entity, please keep the words op, opponent, and opposition in the forefront of your mind. These are very important keywords that will help you connect the dots as I'm describing and as you're absorbing my descriptions will help you connect the dots. And you know what's crazy? We already have a name for that archetypal energy, that ancient entity, the obster. We already have a name for it. The obster as an entity is a perpetual enemy to every living being. And when I say every living being, I'm talking about humans, animals, even plants. Some people can't keep plants alive because the plants don't like them. The plants know that they're out. I know it's funny. It sounds funny or humorous, but it's the truth. These people are perpetual enemies to every living being. Not only your worst enemy, but also their own, because they are an active embodiment of chaos, disorder.
I hope people are appreciative of what you're hearing Queen Opp, Michelle's cousin say right now, because at first she was frustrated and she sounded like the rest of us, frustrated. Sometimes you can kill people with kindness, um, and still be at them. This time she's speaking wisdom, something that she hopes that you can take from this, and so that it doesn't happen to another um couple like Michelle and Queen Opp. And her supporters or new supporters don't fall victim to Queen Opp's agenda. And if anything, if they're watching her to tell her about herself, because what she's doing is dead wrong. And karma is real. Whatever you do to people around the universe, it always comes back. And people don't see it, but sometimes it happens in spurts, sometimes it happens gradually until it sneaks up to you, and then you feel it. But it happens. Whatever you do wrong, whatever you set out to do wrong, slick, or whatever to anyone in the universe, it's going to come back on you. Trust me. It could be how you're living your life now. It could be how you live your life in the future. It could be from the past. Maybe you change and your life is getting better because you stop being that kind of a person. But you see, you're not going to see a lot of commentary videos on what Michelle's cousin saying going forth, because to them it's boring because they don't understand the concept of what she's saying. And also, a lot of them are just used to uploading a video, and it's got to be drama filled with no lesson from it, you know. But commentary channels, I would think, when they discuss these videos and let you also listen to what is being said in these videos, you walk away learning something from the videos, some sort of a lesson.
Order, confusion, and destruction. Their religion is chaos, confusion, disorder, and destruction. And their bottom line is to wreak havoc and destroy anyone or anything in its path. People who possess the obster spirit, they are cowardly at the core, which is why they tend to prey on the helpless, mentally disabled, physically disabled people, and anyone that they deem vulnerable. Okay. Vulnerable could be people who are experiencing a crisis of some sort. So let's think about that for a minute. People who are grieving over the recent death of a loved one, sick, people who are recovering from an illness or injury that changed the course of their lives, people that just got out of a relationship, a long-term relationship, right? The divorcees, right? Um, I mean, recent widows, or widowers, or people that are in between housing, people that are facing homelessness, etc. Anyone that is experiencing some sort of life-altering event that would make them vulnerable. Okay, one second. These people, the people who embody this ancient archetypal energy, but the anger is repressed. They're walking around with deep seated resentment, bitterness, and anger. And I mean, we could get into why they're walking around with deep seated resentment, bitterness, and anger. More than likely, it stems from some sort of childhood trauma, um, maybe being severely neglected and abused. More than likely, that's where it comes from. And that's not an excuse. Just like I put up somebody, one of the T channels or whatever, has shared an Instagram post from app talking about, oh, I'm not okay. Oh, we know that. We know you're not okay. I'm not okay. Um, it's the childhood trauma and adult trauma. Look, we all have to do shadow work, each and every one of us. You don't have to do it, of course not. But it would do you some justice for you, for your sake, to do some shadow work and dig into yourself.
Yes, I wanted to say this really quickly. I will be going live today at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Um, this was a rather long video. I'm very appreciative that she said how she felt, and it was very informative. Also, hopefully, it's considered educational. Also, giving you an insight of how Queen Opp thinks. And the last thing she was saying was childhood um things that happen to children that make them the way that they are. I think sometimes when people and other things that they were doing, having altercations in the bathroom what a couple of days ago, and Danny basically showed us what she goes through on a regular basis when she gets mad at Queen Op, and that's that she puts a pause on her. So I will see you today at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and look forward to seeing y'all and talking with y'all. Y'all stay blessed, and I'm out.